What's up, guys? This is HV Sports here, and I'm back with a video for you. And right now, the AFC Wild Card Race is getting closer than ever. And although the Raiders lost, I'm gonna assume. The Raiders lost on Thursday night. I'm gonna assume that they haven't played yet, because at the time of researching this video, the Raiders are 7-6. So I'm gonna assume that they're still 7-6, even though they're actually 7-7. But yeah, really, it's kind of crazy. Of all years right now, we have, in the AFC Wild Card Race, we have the opportunity or the possibility that a team who's 11-5, possibly the Ravens or the Dolphins, can miss out on the playoffs, which is kind of crazy. The last time I remember 11-5 team missing the playoffs was the 2008 Patriots, and that was when they lost the division for like the 1 year out of those last 20 years, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, so right now at the 7th seed, we have the 8-5 Miami Dolphins. In the playoffs, on the outside looking in, we have the 8-5 Baltimore Ravens and the 7-6 or 7-6. Right now I have it. Las Vegas Raiders. So, how can the Miami Dolphins make the playoffs? There's a bunch of different scenarios. It took me a while to research this. There's a bunch of different ways. So I'll just get started just like that. So the first way that the Miami Dolphins can make the playoffs, if they win out, Miami Dolphins win the last 3 games, and the Bills lose out, which means that the Miami Dolphins will win the division, and they'll be the 4th seed in all likelihood, and they'll most likely play the 5 seed at home though, which is that would be pretty nice to see. I don't think it will happen though. I don't think the Bills will lose out, but you never know. It's a possibility. The second scenario, the Dolphins can win out, the Raiders lose a game, and the Ravens win out. That means that the Miami Dolphins get the 7th seed, which is something that I can see happening. I do. But, yeah, really, I think the key for the Dolphins is for them to win out, because they control their destiny in the AFC Wild Card Race to get that 7th seed. So, yeah. Moving on to the third scenario here. This is if the Dolphins lose a game. So if the Dolphins lose a game, they need the Ravens to lose a game as well to an AFC opponent, because they're playing the New York Giants. But the way they rank tiebreakers is based on the conference record. So if you're in the AFC, the tiebreakers are based on if you lose to the AFC team. So your conference record. So that means that if the Dolphins lose a game, that means the Ravens have to lose one to an AFC opponent, either the Jaguars or the Bengals, or the Raiders can lose a game, or the Browns can lose 2 games. And here I have on the screen Baltimore getting the 6th seed and Indy getting the 5th seed, which means the Browns losing 2 games and the Dolphins get that 7th spot. So that's a way they can make the playoffs. Another way they can make the playoffs here is if the Dolphins lose 2 games, they can still make the playoffs. That's pretty crazy. Is it going to happen? Doubt it. That's just not going to happen, but it is a scenario possibility. If the Dolphins lose 2 games, bear with me here. The Ravens have to, if the Dolphins lose 2, the Ravens lose 2, and the Raiders lose 2, the Dolphins get in. Or if the Dolphins lose 2, the Browns and the Raiders both lose out, the Dolphins get in, and the Browns will get out of the playoffs. They'll be out. And the last one I have here is if the Dolphins lose 2, the Colts and the Browns both lose out, which means that they'll both be knocked out of the playoffs, or one of them will get the 7th seed, and the Dolphins will move up. So then they'll make the playoffs. So the Dolphins can make the playoffs from anywhere losing 0 games, so winning out, to losing 2 games. Obviously, if the Dolphins lose out, they're out. So you got to win a game at least. But for the Dolphins, the best track is you win out, you make the playoffs. That's how the mentality should be. And for Ravens fans, I'll give you guys a playoff scenario. For the Raiders, I'm sorry, you guys have no chance. But your playoff fate is all but sealed, so I did not give you guys any scenario. But for the Ravens, I gave you guys one scenario. It is clear track, as clear as it gets. The Ravens have to win out, very big possibility. They're playing the Jags, the Bengals, and the Giants. Very big possibility. They need to win out, and the Dolphins have to lose 1, which means they'll get the 7th seed, or they win out, and the Colts lose 1, they'll also get in, which means that the Baltimore Ravens will get in at 11-5. But I'm sure there are other ways they can get in. So really, yeah, for the Ravens right now have the upper hand really in this race for the 7th seed. It's possible that Indianapolis and Cleveland could bounce out, but it's very unlikely. I think they're very strong teams, and I think they're pretty comfortable there in the wild card spots, and they've both proven to be formidable contenders to the top of the AFC because they have pretty good records. Either of them could be top of the division if their divisions weren't that strong. So really, it's going to be the race for the 7th seed. Right now, Baltimore is the favorite. A lot of people see them winning out, and unfortunately, I see them winning out too. I don't think they'll have any epic collapse or anything. I think they're good enough based on those 3 teams I'm playing. But I think that the Dolphins can win out. Looking at their last 3 games versus New England, very winnable. At Las Vegas, very winnable after seeing on Thursday Night Football. And at Buffalo. And if Buffalo can have the division wrapped up, then hopefully they'll rest their starters and the Dolphins can get a big win and hopefully make the playoffs. Yeah, so looking for the Dolphins to make the playoffs. We'll see how this wild card race shapes out. It will be pretty exciting to see. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, HB Sports, and follow me at HB Sports 5 on Twitter for live updates, predictions, and really news around the sports world. Thanks, and have a great day. What's up, guys? This is HB Sports here, and I'm back with a video for you. And right now, the AFC Wild Card Race is getting closer than ever.